فلسطینی ہیں وہ، ان سے بات کریں گے. جمال اسماعیل ہیں ہمارے ساتھ، ان سے بات کریں گے. وفا, I hope you understand the situation that Palestinians, that we Pakistanis are going through. I feel myself so helpless. I so wish I could do something. I so wish we could do something for you. But that's so ironic. Please tell the world what is going on right there, what you have been going through. Please tell the world.
Assalamu alaikum. In fact, I do really appreciate your warm and kind words, and it's really so heartbreaking to see you brothers and sisters in Pakistan are so affected with what is happening here, and we do appreciate your emotions towards us. We do believe that the people across the world, especially in the Muslim countries, support us here in Gaza, but because of their corruption, their government's corruption and normalization with Israel, they can't do enough for the people of Palestine. In fact, the situation here is really so tragic and so catastrophic. I'm just telling you that we have nearly 4,000 Palestinian kids have been killed. Well, nearly 1,500 also kids that are still trapped under the rubble of their homes. And we don't have since a month drinking water or electricity or even, fuel. Also, they cut everything. They just trapped us in just 360 kilometer squares. And the people here, population is just 2.2 million Palestinians trapped here in the Gaza Strip. All of the crossings are closed. There is a lack of medicine. I mean, the hospitals really witness a very, very critical and tragic situation. I'm just telling you that you can find so many people who got wounded during the Israeli airstrikes. You can find them on the floor of the hospitals because there is no enough beds for the wounded people. And even you can find them in the corridors. You can find them in everywhere in the hospital, and the doctors and the nurses and the paramedics are treating them while they are on the floor. And even that some surgeons they use their phones, flashlights to just do any surgery, and they do the surgeries without anesthesia. That it's really so painful for the kids, and for most of the wounded people are from the kids. It's really, you can hear the voice of the kids crying from long distance because they are having surgeries without anesthesia. In fact, there is lack of medicine, and sometimes because the bandages, also there is not enough bandages, so they use clothes in order to just rub the wounds. And also they use the vinegar and the polluted water in order to just clean the wounds of the wounded people. This is really so tragic situation, and really, I mean, in the hospital, in fact, so many people really got murdered because of the lack of medicine and the lack of suitable situation in the hospitals. And not only that, this is just one part of our misery here in the Gaza Strip. I'm telling you that the people, since we don't have drinking water, they started to drink from the sea, and from the polluted water. In order to survive, they have no choice, in fact, just to drink from the salty water. And of course, this thing will affect their health so much. And some people, we have nearly more than 1 million Palestinians have been displaced from their homes. You know that the Israeli warplanes that they are hovering right now over our skies like day and night, in fact, they are indiscriminately and brutally attack the Palestinian homes. You know that Palestinians, they do not have shelters or sirens or anything to protect them from the Israeli brutality and occupation and the bombing. And in fact, And in fact,
I can see, Wafa,
like
I'm sorry to
Teresa-
interrupt you here. I can see that you're also
Yeah.
giving this interview in a flashlight. There is no electricity where you're sitting
Yeah.
right now, which is very
Yes, it's-
understandable, the
Yeah.
situation the rest of the Palestinians, the residents of Gaza must have been going through. My next question is, and again with a very heavy heart, let me just explain, let me just translate it, whatever you have said to my audience, because most of them won't be able to understand English. नाज़रीन, सिचुएशन
Yeah.
हालात बहुत ख़राब हैं, इसमें वफ़ा ने भी बताया। बच्चे, आम लोग समंदर का पानी पीने को तैयार हैं, वो पी रहे हैं, वो खारा पानी जिससे सेहत इस हद तक ख़राब हो जाती है कि इंसान की मौत भी वाक़ई हो सकती है, मगर कोई चारा नहीं है। एक ओपन एयर प्रिजन है, एक बहुत खुली एक जेल है जिसमें वो रखा हुआ है, और जहाँ दिल कर रहा है इसराइल बमबारी कर रहा है। ये तो उसके लिए खेल बन चुका है। अस्पतालों में बच्चे बूढ़े वो फर्श पर लेटे हुए हैं ज़ख्मी हालत में। अस्पतालों में भी उन्होंने बताया कि बच्चों की चीखें जो हैं वो आसमान तक जा रही होती हैं, क्योंकि ऑपरेशन करते वक्त सर्जरी करते वक्त एनेस्थीसिया नहीं होता उनके पास। तो ये सब कुछ, ये सिचुएशन है। और मेरा अगला सवाल वफ़ा से ये होगा कि क्या कोई मदद करने के लिए नहीं आया? क्या किसी ने किसी की मदद नहीं की है? वफ़ा, द नेक्स्ट क्वेश्चन इज़ दैट is there any entity, is there any country, or is there any other nation that had pledged to send help to people of Gaza? Did they send help? Are they helping? Is there any aid coming to you people? Is there any sigh of relief? Is there any, do you see a light at the end of the tunnel? Is there any hope left?
We only have hope in Allah. That's it. We don't have any hope in any of these countries, in particular the Arab countries, in fact. We feel that every one of us is a direct target to the Israeli occupation. They just kill the people indiscriminately. They targeted homes, pharmacies, they targeted shops, they targeting the people where they are in just long queues in the bakeries waiting just bread, you know, because so many people, they do not eat bread for a long time since the beginning of this. So they just struggle to find just a leaf of a bread to just feed their families. They sometimes use rice, macaroni, and other stuff in order just and you know that not 3 meals they eat, they only 1 meal a day instead of 3 meals a day they eat. And in fact, we just feel disappointed from the Arab countries in particular and Muslim countries, because you know we have been suffering. We are defending the Palestinian, not only Palestinian people, we are just defending on behalf of all Muslims and Arabs across the world. Because we are just defending the Al-Aqsa Mosque and our holy sites. We are just defending the land of our Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him, when he descended to Allah. So they have to stand with their brothers and sisters here in Palestine. But in fact, they betrayed us and they stand with the occupation, and even they armed them and aid the occupation to even massacre the Palestinians here in Gaza. And you know that if you remember the Russia and Ukraine war in the very beginning, I mean, the Saudi Arabia, they just sent like $billions for Ukraine in order to help the people there and the resistance. They call it resistance, while here they call our resistance as terrorism, you know. And even the Arab countries call it terrorism, sadly. So they just aided Ukraine. And when it comes to Palestinians, they just, you know, no one of they couldn't bring like a bottle of water, or they couldn't bring like a blanket for those people who just are displaced right now. They do not have anything to just cover their bodies. They even couldn't bring like a liter of fuel, or couldn't bring even a medicine for the hospitals here. The people are dying, and no one you know could or allowed to just bring anything to the Gaza Strip. And even you know that Egypt is controls the Rafah crossing,
yes.
but even